Okay, guys, we're going to talk about the loss to UCLA that Kentucky suffered, and we're going to look ahead to Valparaiso coming up. But let's get to the loss, what I think about it. Not going to look at any numbers or nothing, people. Just going to tell you how I saw it. Now, of course, I predicted Kentucky to beat UCLA because they're coming to Rupp Arena. You know, that's the main reason. We don't lose at Rupp. We do. It's very rare. So we lost. And that's all there is to it. It was something to watch, UCLA, the offense they ran, how easy they got anything they wanted. To me, the biggest takeaway from the game was Kentucky's bad defense. But again, that was because UCLA was so prepared to play Kentucky. There's not much you can say about it, people. To me, this is a bad loss. Even though the final score, it doesn't show how it was actually a lot worse than what we saw. We got manhandled. We got lucky and came back there a little bit towards the end, but I knew we weren't going to win. I knew there was no way it was going to happen. But UCLA just flat out, in my opinion, even though it's a 5-point win, it's like a 20-point loss to me. This was a big loss. Just losing at Rupp and losing 2 years in a row to UCLA, I was very confident. I didn't see us losing. The only game I thought we might lose this month would have been the North Carolina game. That's how confident I was with this team. I figured we'd have one loss at least this month. But now we might have two, possibly. You know, I mean, could have 3, 4. We don't know. But it's not over, people. I know it's just one game. There's no need to panic. But, you know, we should have won this game. But I think this shows us a lot. How much we need to improve, how much better we need to get. Maybe they came in overconfident. I don't know. We're not going to know until we see them play the next 4 games. Of course, we've got 2 easy games, hopefully, and then we got North Carolina and Louisville back-to-back. You know, it's a bad loss. I'm not going to come on here and sugarcoat it. Other people saying it's just one game and all this. For this not to be a bad loss, we're going to have to regroup. We're going to have to beat. This loss will be forgotten, and there's only one way it will be forgotten. And that's going to be if we beat North Carolina and Louisville back-to-back on the road. So maybe we are not as bad as I think. Maybe we're not. Maybe we're all overreacting. Maybe it's not as bad as we think it is. But still, to lose at home like this, and UCLA had to come all the way over to all the way to Lexington to play us and all this. And it was an early game for them on top of that. And they just dominated us. It was like the fans had no impact on the game at all. It was like an empty building there to them. It was something to watch, that offense. That was something to watch. We missed a lot of easy shots, of course, too. But still, you got to give all the credit to UCLA. They flat out, I think, in my opinion, they destroyed us. That's my opinion of it. You can look at however you want to. I couldn't believe it was happening. I really couldn't. But still, I mean, it was odd. It was odd. I was so confident this game. I was as confident in going into this game as any game I've been in. That's how confident we played. I was just so confident. I was like, there's no way we can lose this. No way. And we lost. But we got to get better now as we play. We got to see how good we can play now going into the Valparaiso game. We got Valparaiso, Hofstra, then we got the 2 big road games coming up back-to-back with North Carolina and Louisville. So, anyway, let's just see how it goes, people. It's a very young team. We know that. It's the same story every year. It's young. We will get better. But we got some veteran leadership on this team, and hopefully it helps us get over the hump sooner. We'll see if this one loss is just one of those things that happened. It could have been one of those games where just UCLA, they make everything, and that's how it goes. But you could see during the game how Kentucky we was always behind on defense. We always had to run to this player, run to that player. Then all you got to do is a simple pump fake, or when the guy runs at you, just go around him. I mean, Valparaiso, I look for us to get they're 7-1 too, so I still look for us to get a pretty easy win this game coming up. I would say Kentucky by 15, 20 points against Valparaiso, maybe more. But it's just one of those things where I'm just shocked by the loss. It really is. It's hard to think about the next game after we got beat like that, because the score doesn't do it justice. We got our asses whipped. We got beat big time, didn't we, Box? We got beat. At home. This is one of the worst losses I can remember. But going into the Valparaiso game, we got to try to put it behind us, people. Let's don't overreact to it, even though it sounds like I am. It is just one game. It's just one game. And I didn't expect to go through the season undefeated anyway. I really didn't, so... I don't know why people will think that, but you're going to lose games you don't think you're going to lose. This is how it goes. The thing, I think the main thing that bothers people is losing at Rupp. I think that's why people have a hard time accepting it, losing at home. I think that's the biggest thing. But still, they was almost a top 10 team. They are a top 10 team now, but they was ranked number 11 at the time, undefeated, just like we was, and it is what it is. So, looking forward to the Valparaiso game. Hopefully things get back on track. I think they will. And we will see what they can do these two games before we play the North Carolina level back-to-back. So that's pretty much it, people. As always, let me know what you think about it. If you think Kentucky's in trouble or whatever. But that's about it, people. Like, subscribe, comment, and as always, go Big Blue, the greatest college basketball program of all time.